What an absolutely beautiful start to the week. And whilst everything is going on back at base, I'm going to take you along today while we go out on that little boat there. There's 4 of us going out. So I've got my brother, my brother-in-law and my nephew. So obviously whoever catches the biggest wins. But yeah, what an amazing way to start the day. It is absolutely boiling. Oh, hey. So it's been a pretty good start to the day. Unlike most of my recent fishing expeditions, we have had some luck. It's just so amazing being out on the water. It's such a special place for me. I love it. If all the work I'm doing now ends up with a life that is somewhere like this, on a boat like this, I will be a very, very happy man. Back in slightly cooler temperatures. As you know, been working really hard trying to make this pergola work in Shalford, so locally to us. It's been a job where the guys are putting in a huge amount of effort. It's taking us longer than we would have liked. Yeah, it's definitely been some good learning, and whenever we next get an inquiry, we'll be even better placed to comment on who we should and shouldn't be using. I know the guys are finding it frustrating, but they're doing really great work, so we're going to head over there now and have a look.
Coming inside, and then it's...
And the next one, there's one on the inside, outside, outside.
So let's do that one first then. So
that one's just inside, outside.
That one's inside, inside. Outside, outside.
Outside, outside, yeah.
So
and this one
is inside, outside, outside. And the next one's inside, outside, outside.
And
the
fourth
inside,
one, outside, outside. And then it's just inside, inside.
Just inside.
Yeah, inside.
So back in Shalford on the Ponte build. Yeah, and we've got the 5-track system in this side. Got that in today. Just finished off by getting these doors in, which is nice. So here we are, a little slide across. They got little catches on, so when you open it and push it, it pushes the next one. And then vice versa, when you come to close it, it catches on the bottom and pulls that second, third, fourth, fifth, etc. door across and closes like that. So yeah, this is the 5-door side, and on the other side we've got 2 sections of 4 doors, so 8 doors in total, but 4 in each section. So we'll do them tomorrow, and then Matt's going to come over and help with the glass, because the glass is crazy heavy for the roof. So we need Matt's little climbing hands to help us to get that up tomorrow. And that'll basically be it. It'll be a lot of just sorting out the edges, a bit of silicone around, bits and bobs. I ran the electrics today for the lighting, so the lighting works. We've got a radiator going on the wall, so we'll be like tying up the last little bits tomorrow, hopefully. And then we're handing over to a company to do the flooring. Yeah, it's gone all right. Bit tricky, stress-free. We've been very stress-free, haven't we, Charlie?
Look at what I just said to you, and you're like, I don't understand.
You went 3 on each one on the.
Who's been the most stressed on site, would you say?
Jack.
Jack's been the most stressed on site today.
Yeah.
But why are you asking me all the time? Work it out yourself.
Top tier?
Nah. The toppiest of
Nah,
tiers.
I all one of these was like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym, sort myself out.
So we're back at the villa now, and yeah, the fishing trip was incredible. The best part about it, absolutely, was the fact that what we caught, they then took to the local restaurant and cooked for us. So yeah, pretty special experience. Settling back into the world of Wi-Fi, and yeah, quite a lot to get on with. Largely, it's been a very restful holiday. It's been tricky to vlog, not only because we've been with family and busy, but it's also the humidity here just isn't conducive to wanting to pick up a camera and film yourself. Back at base, Matt's working really hard trying to get some of these projects over the line. We are finding more and more that the work required to actually win these projects is, it's almost becoming unjustifiable in a lot of cases, and certainly we're having a real look at hardwood as a business and how it operates and the efficiencies and inefficiencies within not just what we do, but the wider industry and how we can do it better. I want to make sure that going into 2025, we've identified some real issues this year and struggled with them. So we've got to take those learnings and make the business even better next year and more resilient. I think Hardwood's a fantastic little company and has real potential, but we've certainly got to make some changes. So our pergola project, as you know, we took on a fairly large amount of calculated risk. What we've learned is that we definitely won't be working with that supplier again, because not only has the structure itself been difficult to work with, their support's been pretty rubbish, and we've also had a fair amount of the parts, particularly glass panels, turn up damaged. So we've had to reorder them, and their process for getting new ones out has been really slow. So what that means for us is, we're constantly having to manage the client's expectations, but also project completion and therefore invoicing has been delayed. That's obviously a bit of a shame and a bit of a stress for us, because that job, we're done there. So really, we'd like to get paid for it. But the reality is we've still got a few weeks before any money from it's actually going to materialize in the account. So that's been a bit of a challenge, but well done to all the guys for sticking with it and doing so well with it. This is the front of our lovely little villa. I love how overgrown everything in it is here. It's amazing. The villa is actually for sale, which has really got me thinking. Anyone who is involved in any business, especially in any sort of property or real estate development, or even has an interest in it, being somewhere like this that is so up and coming tourist-wise and Airbnb-wise is really interesting. I've obviously been running the numbers on it because it's what I do. It's for sale for £70,000, and it costs their Airbnb-ing it out at almost £800 a night. That's a pretty insane return. So as you can see, a lot of construction work going on around here, and I really like the architecture. I think it's lovely. It's all very high ceiling, very open plan, sort of whitewash, lots of polished concrete, big angular spaces. Yeah, it's lovely. Very inspiring. I would love to be able to put some investment into some holiday destination rentals at some point, because you can obviously capitalise off having somewhere amazing to go for holiday and having your costs covered largely by renting it out for the rest of the year. So we'll see. Maybe Tulum is somewhere on the list. But yeah, so we're also going to head over to Wisborough Green now, so a little local village to us. Harry has knocked it out of the park, done it all really well, fantastic quality of finish, and we are now flow pointing that job, which is the last step. Flow pointing, if you've watched these vlogs, is how we point and finish most of our patios, most of our paving, regardless of natural stone or porcelain. It's just a really fantastic product, and we're also at the stage now where the guys are super competent with it, which means it's quick, it's efficient, it's low on waste. So yeah, let's head over there now and have a look.
We are doing some flow pointing this morning over in Wisborough Green. Yep, nice little finishing touch. A few little bits to do tomorrow, but I reckon we'll have a good chance of getting it done today. Just obviously prepared the area, plug the ends of the patio up just so we can run full mixes out. It just makes the process a little quicker. Everything's set up, we've got Bertha here. First thing to do is clean the patio, preparing yourself to actually do the task. So a few buckets of clean water, sponges, bags of flow point. If you're going to use Bertha, have Bertha ready, squeegees and whatnot. strapping lads to help you along the way. First things first is mixing it up. It's like a bag to 4.25 litres of water. And then spreading it around with a squeegee, getting it all in the joints, making sure the joints are nice and full. And then it starts just take off the main body of the flow point off the middle of the slabs. Well, obviously you don't want it to be going hard. And then as the process takes place and gets harder, just start going over the joints. Probably just start running Bertha over it and just cleaning it up basically. And then once it's all nice and looking clean and gone hard, give it a little bit of a jet wash and pretty much good to go. Just basically chuck it all over the slabs and clean it up like crazy.
Oh, so we're back in the AC now, back in comfort, and if you look behind me, very similar to what we've just installed in Farnham. Natural stone cladding and sort of backed off stone slip cladding is very popular here. All of the sort of staff and local workers here are pretty amazing. They graft really hard. How they look after the plants is fantastic as well. And yeah, speaking of maintenance, we're actually going to jump in with Jay now. We're going to head over to our garden in Godalming. As you know, it's one of the favourite ones amongst the team to look after and one that we're very proud of, the influence that we're having there. So let's head over there and have a look at what he's up to.
We're at my nice estate today, which is always a pleasure. And just about here, Sam's blowing a whole load of leaves away. Fantastic. It's not the warmest day on the planet. The weather's turning, but I think we've got another couple of dry days to get grass leaves up and cut. And that's kind of our aim at the moment, is to get all the leaves up and get things looking pristine and nice and tidy, ready for winter months. Then through the winter months, we can start looking at some of the tree pruning, some of the major shrub pruning, moving plants around, and getting things ready for the year to come, which is great. So that's our plans here. Now I am well aware that our work in getting everything really tidy and neat may be undone to some extent by the landscape teams who are turning up. So they're coming back to do the second phase of the patios. They might be here for a little while doing that, a good few weeks at least. So it would be nice to see the rest of the hardwood teams again. It's always nice to connect with them. Well, yes, they'd better keep it tidy, because I do have temper tantrums. Yeah, I suppose better do some grass cutting. It's going to be a bit difficult today because the ground is a little bit damp still, but it's going to be our last opportunity, I think, before winter. So, better get it done.
So thank you, Jay. That's looking great. And then over in Hambledon, where Matt recently built his amazing wall, we've got Andy and Jack heading over there, just doing a few little extra jobs for the clients. So we're squeezing in lots of small jobs at the moment in the run-up for our next one to start. So making the most of a bit of flexibility in our diary, which is fairly unusual. So let's head over there now and see what those guys are up to.
We're here at Hambledon, the location of Matt's beautiful wall. Doing a little day fix. They had a flood in the greenhouse where their pipe for their irrigation system was brought through too low in the wall, and you got this horrible bank, and basically water was sitting on the bank and finding its way in through the hole where the pipe was. So we've had to locate the pipe, put a connection on it, and we're going to basically bring the pipe into the greenhouse higher so no water can find its way in, and cut the old pipe back, block up the hole, save the greenhouse from floods. Look at that. It wasn't on. Oi, oi! All right, turn it off. Off!
Bloody hell. How do you know if that's like in far enough? That's what I don't know.
Job's good and ready. A little simple one. Quick in and out, as they say. For me and Jack. Got recognised at tippers.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, literally I'd never seen that guy before. He just came out and was just like, all right, mate, I know you. And I was just like, do you? And he was like, yeah, for videos.
So there you go. Thank you very much, guys. All looking fantastic. And as I touched on recently, Harry was pretty much there with his little job in Wisborough, so the pointing is now all wrapped up. Let's head over there now and see how it's looking all finished. The guys are just giving it a really good tidy, dressing the soil around the edges of the paving. It's looking fantastic, and that is another one ticked off.
Hello. Good day, good Thursday, sunny Thursday. Wrapping up this job today. It's been a blast. Nice patio job. Clients really pleased. Everyone's had fun. Lots of tea and biscuits. Yeah, it all looks great. Flow pointed it yesterday. Favourite stone? That one in the middle, the little one. Yeah, it looks like a fish. Basically came in, ripped everything out, the old patio, and then obviously to round down, sub-basin. And then we worked out the falls, started laying some paving pretty much. About a week on paving it was. Put 2 steps in, and then it was on to flow pointing yesterday. Did that in about a day. Smashed it, to be honest with you. All good progress. Oh yeah, we had shingle traps all around the house as well. Just to ensure no water ingress on the house. So yeah, lovely shingle traps everywhere. Some drainage around the front we put in to accommodate for rainwater off the back of the house. But it's all been disguised by shingles, so it's all pretty seamless. And yeah, looks nice.
Back at one of our favourite projects of late. We did a big area around one side of the house last time we were here, and now we're back to do the other side down by the pool. So it's good to be back. But yeah, focus now is phase 2. Today's a bit of a setup, probably a couple of trips with tools and materials, and then it'll be start lifting the old slabs. Let's go have a look. There has been talk about cladding the render wall because the render in areas is not holding up, sort of flaking over here and bubbling, sounding pretty hollow. So it'd be a case of removing the render, grinding it all off, and then recladding it with something else. But yeah, this is the area we're working on. So these old paving stones have started to bow, which is very unusual. Not really seen anything like it before. Yeah, what we gathered from talking to people at the APL and stuff was that the stone was perhaps quarried too close to the surface, and therefore the density of the stone was too low, which is obviously a real shame. The new paving stone is going to match what we've done up there, so that's a sawn sandstone, and then all this area here, so all the way up to the wall and the back door there, right the way through up these steps and in front of the pool. We don't like to lay on top of other people's sub bases because there's just no way of us knowing that it's good enough. So we'll dig down and replenish with good compacted type 1 and a membrane, and then go again. Cool. All right. Well, I'll leave you to it. Give me a shout if you need anything. Harry's pretty responsible, so actually they're all responsible. They're all good.
Yeah, round 3. Round 4, ding ding. Down in lovely, don't want to disclose any locations right now. In the Surrey Hills, would I say? That's it, in the Surrey Hills. Lovely winter's day, beautiful views, beautiful workmen. Phase 2 of this nice project we did this time last year. Ripping out, getting the hands dirty, making a mess, and yeah, cracking on with it really. Excited, The rest of the boys will be here on Monday. I think there's going to be most of the team here throughout the project, so it should be good fun. It's been a while since we've all been together. Friday as well, so can't complain. A few little bits we've got to be careful of. There's a few precious ornaments. We've got a hot tub I think we've got to deal with eventually, but obviously not deal with that today. Just get the main body of slabs pulled up today and yeah, make a start pretty much. Let's do it.
What do you reckon about that?
That is that. Oh, look at that little toad. Little ecosystem underneath your patio, but it's like, oi. Come on, man. Come on, get on there, boy. Put it in reverse, Terry. I'll put him in that little bush over there. Mate, I would have slung him down to the channel.
So we've made it back. We're back in the UK and I've left Mexico. I mean, the sun is shining here, but there's about a 30-degree difference in temperature, so certainly a bit of a shock to the system. I wasn't in the vlog that much this week. It's pretty nice for me, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing a lot more of the guys and sort of the behind the scenes amongst and within the team. I'm sure you can pick up on the pretty great team dynamic that we've managed to create here at Hardwood, something I'm pretty proud of. And thank you very much for the guys to being so open with being on camera. I know when they're trying to do stuff, especially when things are a little bit stressful, having a camera around on site actually isn't always the most well received, but they've all been lovely. So thank you very much. But yeah, I've got loads of catching up to do now while I just get my head back into everything. I've managed to stay fairly on top of emails whilst I've been away. So not a huge workload, but it's mostly just checking in. I've got to make sure I get out on site early next week and make sure clients are happy and everything's looking as good as I think it is. So looking forward to that. And we have made it into December as well, which is absolutely terrifying. That nearly marks a whole year of doing these vlogs, and so much has changed. So the one consistent has been that lovely oak tree in the field behind us. Obviously very poignant and very on brand with us here at Hardwood. But yeah, the year has absolutely flown. We're having a bit of a think about what we do with the vlogs over the break as well. Obviously we don't want to be, in an ideal world, we would put out a lovely feature-length episodes all the way through the break, but we are as a company trying to shut down. I would love a week off, and I'm sure the video guys would love a bit of a break as well. So it's currently looking like we're going to be dropping 1 week. That will probably be the week after Christmas. So we're having a think about what content we need to shoot, etc. We've got some ideas, but what would be really great to bulk up some of those episodes is if you guys have got any questions or if there's anything that you want us to directly address, feel free to leave it in the comments and we will do. So if there's something you want to know, something I've said or we've done that sparked a bit of curiosity, let us know and we'll talk through it in detail. As always, very openly and transparently, we'll address as many as we can. So yeah, engage. The comments have seen some really good engagement recently, so it's always nice to see. Not only do people actually watch, but they pay attention. It's great. So again, a huge thank you to the Hardwood team. It's been another great week, and if you've enjoyed the vlog, make sure you click that like and subscribe button underneath. Of course, we have a fantastic affiliate link for Big Boots under the video as well, so check them out. I'll see you next week.